Oh, hello, people of the internet.
Hail to the Chiefs! Oh, I'm sorry, too early.
Yeah, it was too early.
Dang.
Yeah, it's alright though. But so today I'll be making my AFC and NFC championship round picks, and we have my roommate here who wants to say a thing before the video starts. Oh, he's just gonna jet.
Also, hail to the Chiefs.
Oh, well, yeah, so he said what we all are thinking here in the room, and that is that the Chiefs are going to beat the Patriots this week, although one of my roommates probably thinks the Patriots going to win, but he's probably feeling that hail to the Chiefs kind of mentality right now. None of us are Chiefs fans, but basically all of our teams are out of the playoffs. But I was going to pick the Chiefs anyway, just because they have home field advantage, and it's the Patriots, and I mean, like, the Patriots are really good. They've always been really, well, not always, but they've been good in the past, like, decade or so. Well, more like 20 years at this point, but I feel like Patrick Mahomes just has a lot of good things going for him, and I feel like if there's one guy that could beat Brady right now, it's Pat Mahomes. We've seen Brady lose in the playoffs before, and it's not like that hasn't happened. And I mean, without being able to play in Foxborough, I just don't know if Brady will, be able to be as good of a team as the Chiefs are, at their home turf in as big of a game as this is. I mean, like, he's done a whole lot of incredible stuff over his career. It's just that the Patriots as a team are probably just right now not as good as the Chiefs. And, I mean, like, they had the Chargers last week, but the Patriots have always had the Chargers number since Philip Rivers been there. I'm going to call it Chiefs 37 to, like, about 34 or something like that. And then the next game is the Rams and the Saints. Well, I think the Saints are going to win that game again. Kind of, home field advantage. Drew Brees has, he's been there before. Drew Brees is better at home. Drew Brees has done really well this whole time. The Saints' defense has been good, and they're probably the best defense left. These are the top 4 scoring offenses. You're asking a lot out of Jared Goff, who's still, kind of working some things out. Because, like, if it weren't for Todd Gurley, I don't think the Rams would be nearly as good as they are. But, I mean, the Rams are good. They got a lot of good players. But at the same time, the Saints also have a lot of good players. And they're playing at home, so they have that advantage as well. And Drew Brees has already won a Super Bowl. And it's like, oh, well, I'm just making the exact opposite case. Well, Tom Brady's won 5 Super Bowls, and honestly, I feel like something has got to give eventually. Sometimes you just are not on your game all the time, and I don't think that Tom Brady's necessarily going to be... He'll be on his game, but I think that at the end of it, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs will find out a way. They almost beat them before, and beating a good team twice is hard to do. I, as a Ravens fan, know that because we saw what happened with the Ravens and Chargers a couple of weeks ago. But to the Saints and Rams point, I think, the inexperience of the Rams, the youngness of their team, whatnot, and the Saints have been here. They almost had a chance to go to the NFC Championship last year. And I think Jared Goff will eventually get to the Super Bowl. I just don't think it's going to be this year. But yeah, I think if these predictions do hold up, it will be a Saints and Chiefs Super Bowl, and that would be interesting. I mean, all the games that are left are going to be interesting. They're going to be high-scoring games, and I can't remember if I said what my score prediction for the Saints-Rams game was, but I think it's going to be maybe 35 to 27, something like that. Not too bad a score for either team. But I think, with the Super Bowl this year, there's a lot of really good teams left, obviously, and any matchup that we get is going to be good. But my prediction for the Super Bowl is going to be Saints and Chiefs, and we'll predict the Super Bowl next week when we know what the actual outcomes of these games are, because you can't predict it before it happens because you don't know who's going to be in the games. So that will be that this week. Peace out. If you liked the video, remember to give it a like, and if you're not subscribed yet, well, maybe you could do that too. Bye.